Hello, my friends. Welcome into the Coach's Corner on this Monday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm popping in here all month long to talk about hormone health, getting ready for the big women's hormone masterclass that is taking place at the end of the month, the 24th, Monday, the 24th at 5 p.m. Central Time. We're going to take a deep dive, hour and a half into hormone health, and you're going to get some great bonuses, great handouts that you can keep, and really dive deep into how to keep your hormones at optimal level so that you're not gaining weight. You can get rid of those migraines, get rid of that belly fat, all the things, right? All the things that we want to do as we transition into this different part of our life where we're not so much focused on raising our itty bitty babies anymore. We are not making babies anymore. So we're using all that energy to do some different things, some exciting things, reinventing who we want to be. And so I start off this Coach's Corner asking you, what do you want your life to look like? If you are in that transitioning time of your life, like me, what do you want that to look like for yourself? That's the question I'm going to throw out there to you. What do you want out of your life? I know that you are not wanting weight gain, migraines, belly fat, hair loss, moodiness. But if you're like so many of us, these nasty symptoms creep up on us and we don't know how to handle it. It's almost like our bodies are revolting against us, they're failing us, and even all the things that we were doing in the past aren't working anymore. The things that we used to do to keep fit, running long distances or doing lots of cardio, just aren't working anymore. The self-care techniques, the way that we used to de-stress, again, isn't working anymore. And so we need to shift. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, focusing mostly on the myths of perimenopause and menopause. There are some big myths out there as we transition into a different part of our life. And I've written them down. So if you see me looking down, that's because I don't want to miss anything. The first myth is that it's going to hit you hard. And for some of us, it has hit us hard, right? You're experiencing some of those symptoms. I was right there again with you, and it happens over time. I may slide back and be there again. I'm not going to lie. It's not like I can constantly be up here, right? No one is constantly up here. We are riding the wave of life. And sometimes that means that we need to make some tweaks and adjustments to ride that wave. So I'm not always going to be perfect in my eating or my sleeping habits in order to keep my hormones stable. It doesn't have to hit you hard. That's a myth, right? Myth number one is that it's going to hit you hard. Maybe it will hit you, but it doesn't have to hit you hard. It doesn't have to feel like a Mack truck ran you over. And let me tell you, I was on the pill for probably 13, 14 years, I believe. Getting off of that was like being hit by a Mack truck. And some of you have heard my story if you were in on the other hormone workshop that I did last year. You got to hear that story of that transition for myself off of synthetic birth control pills and how awful that was. But this is really a time for you to decide that you want something different. Decide that you're going to put your energies toward you now, focusing more on you. So it doesn't have to hit you hard. The only thing that really ends with menopause is that we can't have babies anymore, right? That's really the ending. Now we can put that energy that our body was using into something else, into some really fun things that you want to do. Myth number two, weight gain is inevitable. Oof. How many of us are struggling with that, guys? Weight gain is inevitable as we transition and our hormones begin to shift. If that's happening for you, know that you can reverse it. Okay, know that that is a possibility. And Audrey and I have talked about this before in the wellness community, how you can begin to change your workouts to rev up your metabolism. But here's what's happening with that weight gain. There are two hormones to consider. And in the masterclass, I'm going to go into deeper detail on these. But cortisol, that's your stress hormone, and insulin, that's the sugar hormone, right? That we associate with sugar and uptaking that sugar. These, both of these hormones begin to shift at about age 30, when life ramps up and the stress level ramps up. We're dealing with little kids typically. We're dealing with work. We're busy. Cortisol's rising. Belly fat's getting there. It's doing its thing. Insulin is not being utilized the way it needs to be. We become a little bit insulin resistant, and it can happen if we're not careful. So we need to get dialed in on our stress level. We need to get dialed in on creating some boundaries around what's important to us. And we're going to talk about that again in the masterclass. Myth number 3 is that you must take hormones. And, you know, I am not going to judge. I'm not here to judge. If you feel like hormone replacement therapy is the right way for you to go, fine, you can be there. But if you were taking birth control pills, let me caution you in this frame of perimenopause to menopause, because you won't know if you've reached menopause if you were still on the pill. And a lot of people are prescribed the pill for a lot of different reasons other than birth control. That was me for all those years. And so you have to be really careful. Research will say that postmenopausal women should not be on the pill for more than 5 years post-menopause. But again, you won't know unless you get off of it, right? And really, when we're talking about synthetic versus bioidentical, I know some of you guys have heard that term before. Which one is better? Of course, I'm always going to err on the side of bioidentical versus putting anything synthetic into your body. But if you are having hot flashes that are just not going away and you've tried everything under the sun, if you're having vaginal dryness that is just not going away, making your life miserable, hormone replacement therapy can be great for a short term. So if your doctor is wanting to put you on hormone replacement and you have gone in to see your primary care and you're really concerned about these symptoms that you've tried through lifestyle to get under control and it's just not working, ask a few questions. Here are the questions to ask your doctor. Number 1, why are you recommending hormone replacement therapy to me? Just ask. Why is it that he thinks or she thinks this is a great idea? Number 2, how long do you think I'll be on them? So that, remember, I said this is a short-term fix. And if they're trying to also prescribe an anti-anxiety, which is normal, you might see this, they might try to give you other things as well. Again, you're asking, why are you prescribing this to me if you have not presented with any of those symptoms? And again, you want to know, what are the health risks of what you're offering and what types would you recommend? What types of hormone replacement therapy? So you're your own ambassador when it comes to your health, right? You are the master of your own destiny when it comes to health, and you need to be in charge. So take control of the conversation with these questions. Myth number 4, and the last one, is that there's no hope. I know some people, maybe you in particular, have gotten to this point where you are just throwing in the towel. Give me the pill, give me anything. I'm sick of these migraines. I can't stand these mood swings. You're kicking the dog, you're yelling at your spouse, you're just out of control, feel like you're out of control. You've gained the weight, your body is betraying you. Everything seems to be falling apart. And it could be, or it could be a hormonal imbalance. I can't even talk about it. It's choking me up. You can get yourself back into alignment through a few lifestyle changes, my friend. I'm here to tell you it can happen. It can happen, but we have to be intentional about it. And we can't throw everything and the kitchen sink at you at one time because that's overwhelming. But if we take it step by step by step, which is exactly what the masterclass is going to help you do, there's hope. There is hope that you can be back to yourself again. Because I asked you in the beginning, what do you want to feel? How do you want to be? What are you going for here? And most people will tell me, I just want to be back to normal. I just want to feel like myself again, because it's difficult. It's a difficult transition. There's things happening physiologically to us that maybe we don't understand. It's hard to understand, right? So let's get a handle on it. If you're thinking, I don't know, maybe I have these issues, there's an imbalance there, I'm going to leave a link down in the comments for you to take the hormone quiz. Take the quiz, it's free. All you have to do is click the link, check out where you are on the spectrum. Do you have an imbalance? Is it just your partner that's driving you crazy? What is it, right? What is it? So check out the quiz. Let me know how I can help. If you're having questions, put them in the comments below. We will definitely answer them during the masterclass or maybe in the next live Coach's Corner next week. All right, my friend, have a great day. Thanks for checking out this live video, and I will talk to you soon.